So the Prospector Auto Rifle has made its way back into Destiny 2, and it is pretty amazing with some of the great traits that it has to offer. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing this weapon everywhere, and currently is ranked the #1 450 auto rifle in Destiny 2. So in this video, I'm going to do a complete breakdown of this weapon, including the best traits and also perks, but also I'm going to give you guys the best God roll for both PvP and PvE. So let's go ahead and get into it. And also I want to tell you guys, welcome to the channel. I appreciate the support. Now the Prospector is a 450 rounds per minute auto rifle with 32 in the magazine and a base recoil of 69. Also, this weapon is a arc primary weapon and it's a precision frame, so that means the weapon's recoil pattern is more predictable vertical. Also, this weapon has two pretty good origin traits. One is called crossing over, where this weapon has increased range, handling for the top half of the magazine, while rounds from the bottom half of the magazine deal increased damage. So the top half of that magazine will give you plus 10 to your range and also 50% to your handling strength. And the bottom half of the magazine deals up to 3% increased damage, so this is a really good origin trait that you definitely want to use. And the second origin trait is called the gravity well, which reloading this weapon automatically gathers nearby ammo. And in my opinion, crossing over is definitely the better trait to use on this auto rifle instead of gravity well. Gravity well is something that you would like to use on a special weapon, because with your auto rifle you have unlimited ammo, so there's really no need to use it. But I'm telling you, man, that crossing over is really going to be a great trait for this weapon. Also, down in the comment section, I would love to know what you guys think about the updated Prospector Auto Rifle. Also, hey, let me know what rolls are you farming for, or the best rolls that you do have. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into some of the best God roll traits for this weapon, but make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you guys the perfect God roll for both PvP and PvE that I'm going to be grinding for. Alright, so let's go ahead and start at the top and look at the best God roll traits in line number 3. First, we have Eddy Current, which temporarily increases reload speed and handling after sprinting or while amplified. Now this effect is improved when you are amplified. Next, we have Dragonfly, which precision kills create an elemental damage explosion. Next, Subsistence, which defeating targets partially reload the magazine from reserves. And then we have Keep Away, which increases reload speed, range, and accuracy when no targets are in close proximity. And lastly, we have Zen Moment, which causing damage with this weapon reduces recoil and flinch over time. And I'm telling you, for an auto rifle, this gun has some really good, amazing traits. You can play with very different play styles and still be very effective in both PvP and PvE. Alright, so now let's look at line number 4. And to be honest with you, all these traits in this line are really good, but these are the top 4 that I would definitely be farming for. So at the top, we have Rolling Storm, which final blows grant bolt charge. Now while amplified, final blows grant additional bolt charges. Next, we have Onslaught, which final blows with this weapon increase the weapon's rate of fire. Thirdly, we have Target Lock, which damage increases the longer this weapon remains on a target. Lastly, we have Volt Shot, which reloading this weapon after defeating the target overcharges this weapon for a short period of time. Now it causes jolts on the target next hit. And like I said, all the traits in line number 3 and number 4 are very valuable options in PvP and PvE, but like I said, the ones that I picked, those are the ones that I would really be going for because they're going to give you the most bang for your buck. Alright guys, so now let's go over the moment you've been waiting for. This is the main reason most of y'all came to this video, let's be honest. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys the best God roll for PvE and the best God roll for PvP in my estimation. These are the ones that I'm farming for. Alright, so here's the PvE weapon stats for my God roll. I have 71 range, 48 stability, 56 handling, 50 reload speed with 42 aim assist, and a 99 recoil, which is gonna make this weapon stick like crazy with headshots. And for the PvE damage, for each headshot, we're looking at 33.92 per bullet, and we're looking at 20 per body shot. Now for the perfect PvE God roll, in line number 1, we're going with Arrowhead Break for the barrel, which is gonna give us plus 30 to the recoil direction and also plus 10 to the handling. Now in line number 2, for the magazine, we're gonna go with High Caliber Rounds, which is gonna knock shots that push the target back further, and it's also gonna slightly increase our range by plus 5 to 10%. And in line number 3, we're gonna go with Dragonfly for our enhanced trait, which precision final blows are gonna create an elemental damage explosion, and it improves our reload. Basically, precision kills are gonna cause the target to explode, dealing an additional 123 damage in PvE, and it's gonna be about a 4.5 meter blast radius. And what's pretty cool, like I said, is passively gonna grant us 5 reload speed. And in line number 4, enhanced volt shot, which reloading this weapon after defeating a target overcharges this weapon for an improved short duration of time and causing it to jolt on the next hit. So basically, after you finish and reloading the weapon within 5.3 seconds of a weapon kill, is gonna grant volt shot for 8 seconds. Alright, so here's the full PVE weapon effects I'm using on this weapon. For my barrel, I'm going with arrowhead break. For my magazine, high caliber rounds. For my enhanced trait number 1, we're going with dragonfly. Enhanced trait number 2, I'm going with volt shot. I'm using the crossover origin trait. I'm also using the ballistics weapon mod, which is going to give me +6 to stability, also +6 to my range. And then I am also using a targeting mod that's going to give me +8 to my aim assist. Alright, so here's the PvP weapon stats. Now, to be honest with you, this is where this gun really shines. PvP is where it goes to a whole nother level. So with range, we're looking at 90. We're also going with 65 stability, 77 reload speed with 42 aim assist, and we're going with recoil pattern of 69. In PvP, you're also going to have the exact same damage per headshot and body shot that you have in PvE on this weapon. But when it comes to the optimal time to kill, for headshots, this weapon is going to give you a 0.8 seconds TTK, and for body shots, you're looking at 1.20 seconds for optimal time to kill. And when it comes to this weapon damage fall off, it starts at aiming down sight at 35.20 meters and hip fire at 22.0 meters. Now for the perfect PvP God roll, in line number 1, we're going to go with small bore for the barrel, which is going to give us +7 to range, +7 to stability. Line number 2, guys, we're going to go with ricochet rounds, which rounds ricochet off hard surfaces, similar to how Hard Light shoots this weapon with the auto rifle, how the bullets just bounce off the surfaces. Now it's gonna increase our stability by +10 and slightly increase our range by +5. But in line number 3, guys, this is why I was really torn, because I really love dragonfly on my weapons. But to be honest with you, I had to go with a trait that's gonna give me more range, because right now, pulse rifles and hand cannons are the meta, and 450 auto rifles, in my opinion, are at a disadvantage. So I'm gonna need more range on my weapon. So in line number 3, I'm going with enhanced keep away, which significantly increases reload, range, and accuracy when no targets are in close proximity. So how it works, when no enemies are within 15 meters, is gonna grant us 10 to our range, also +35 to our reload speed, and decrease the accuracy cone size growth by 7.5%. And it's gonna increase our reload speed by 5 and further decrease that accuracy cone growth by 2.5% if the weapon is enhanced. And in line number 4, guys, I'm going with enhanced target lock, because damage increased by an improved amount the longer this weapon remains on target. So in PvP, guys, as long as you keep this weapon on target, it's going to increase that damage from 12.55% all the way up to 30%. And also, guys, to be honest with you, you can either go with Onslaught or even Paracausal Infinity as another God roll trait that I would use on this weapon. I consider that just as good as Target Lock. However, I roll with Target Lock because only thing I have to do is just put damage on a target, and it's gonna keep increasing my damage. But with those other traits, I actually have to get a kill first. Then after you get a kill with those other 2 traits, then the extra damage kick in. But like I said, with Target Lock, only thing you have to do is keep it on the target. For our PvP weapon effects, we're going with small bore for the barrel, ricochet rounds for the magazine, keep away for enhanced trait number 1, target lock for enhanced trait number 2, crossing over for the origin trait, and also the ballistic weapon mod. And if you do like Destiny 2 weapon reviews and God roll guides, I would suggest you watch this playlist next. Also, don't forget to like and sub. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.